Welcome to my final research papers video presentation. My name is Abdullah Nisibila, and in this presentation we are going to talk about the junior students' perceptions of using song-based activities in the EFL classroom. So today's content, I'm going to talk about the purpose of this study, about its significance, about my participants, my research stages, its limitations, different sources, and instrumentations, and we'll conclude everything in the end. So first of all, about the purpose of this study. The main objective of the study is to identify and define the TFL junior students' perceptions and their attitude towards using the song-based activities in the EFL classroom, and also to define the impact of song-based activities in order to maintain the vocabulary retention of students. So next that we are going to talk about is its significance. So during the data collection process, I collected a response from my participants as TFL like junior students, and also as future language teacher too. Thus, it was very helpful for a researcher to gain enough data. So, and next significance will be that in this research paper, I really intend to explain about the emotional memory and how people develop their memory and their retention accordingly music activities. And next about research questions. So research questions will be which vocabulary learning styles do EFL students prefer, and what are the students' attitudes towards song-based activities in the classroom. And also the last one is how significant song-based activities impact on students' vocabulary learning and maintaining the vocabulary retention in the classroom. Yes. And next, about the participants. The participants of this research mainly focused on the TFL junior students, and the 18 junior students were selected to participate in this research, and all the participants answered to and responded to my questions for their own request. And they informed in advance about the purpose of this and study, and what they are going to have, and they will provide with the consent letter. And next, about the methods. The method of this this current research was qualitative research. So it means that here the word qualitative very important, because in this method, like as a researcher, I mainly focused on each participant's opinion and how they reflect and connect with each other, how the junior students affect, and how they react and about this activity in their recognition of this. So mainly choose qualitative. And so next will be instrumentation. As an instrument of and the tool of this research, I used interview with 10 questions, now I want to talk about the research stages, how it started. So first of all, it started with selecting the topic, and I chose the perception of junior students towards music-based activities, because I have been singing for 10 and 15 years. That's why this topic was most relevant and very suitable for me. And next thing, I was reviewing all the informations and data related to my topic, and I have been searching for how to say from many articles of the educators articles and researchers, their point of view, what they like have, what they have been researched before, and their how to say point of views and their perceptions towards this topic. Then I have asked myself, so what can I implement to this like topic, and what can I make, what can I add to this topic, and what will be my unique side. So then I decided to focus on the emotional memory in this research, and the last one and the next one will be like as participants responses. So that's why I made question interview and conduct interview for like 18 junior students. Then I collected them and I would say selected them by highlights, and last one was whole analysis and the final work, where I thought how to relate my participants' outlook with my topic, and how can I connect them and to reach in order to reach my main objective of this research. If we talk about the limitations, first of all, I decided to make this conduct this research with secondary school students. Then, due to current situation, I changed it to junior students' perceptions. And the main limitation in this research were like interviewing, like time-consuming process, and also lots of junior students have their own spare time, and they have been like working on their research paper too. That's why it was hard for me to meet them. So finally, about the results of this research, according to the response of my participants, their responses, I can confidently say that most of them have had the positive attitude towards music-based activities, and it was surprisingly to know that participants are aware of the beneficial sides of music-based activities, and they claimed that without this kind of relaxing and approaches, it's impossible to have like favorable atmosphere in the classroom, and this kind of like good emotions and the positive emotions make people and students to how to say remember more, and it really impacts on their to maintain their vocabulary retention, and it has a great influence on learning like friendly learning like process. So conclude everything, I would like to say that music has been proved as one of powerful approaches and tools during the centuries, and for many years the different scientists and experts from the totally very like different areas like claim that the music is first of all useful for our soul, and by having like this kind of pleasant emotions, people are eager to know more and to learn more. And in this research, so as a researcher, I try to explain all the moments and what kind of process are made the people in order to learn such kind of like certain language. In my case, it was English because as a future English teacher. So this in the end of whole project, I would like to thank my instructor for her great influence and contribution to this like to students' research paper, and I really appreciate her help and knowledge. So despite that fact that I submitted my research paper later, it was very pleasant and enjoyable project for me, and I take very good emotions and the pleasant emotions, and it was very memorable. and I can confidently say that this unforgettable experience with this research, I will um, I will do further studies according to music-based activities, and maybe in the future, as a future language teacher, I will conduct this kind of activities in my class with my students. Mm, so, thank you for your attention.